up in that outside groove and unable to make any forward bite. So give that position to the 0-2 of Kerry Micks. And here comes Shepard now for second spot underneath the 52 of Ron Sheridan.
Guys, a huge break for DJ Kennington during that last caution period. Remember how after they changed the left sides, they said the car was upset, it was not handling well. The right side tire change was the key, though. There's the hole in the right side tire. It was flat going down. That's why he was having such a problem handling that 17 car.
Wow, they dodged a bullet there, and now look at DJ Kennington making his way back to the front. As that slow leak, what happens there, Dave, is the car will start to roll over on the right front, and it'll just not handle right at all. So the more air comes out, the worse the car handles, and we've seen DJ march into the back. So
that's why they were checking in the right front, looking for a shock that might have been going bad, or possibly a bad spring.
Right, they just a great crew. They wanted a checklist of things. Shock good? Yep. Control arm good? Yep. Spring still in the bucket? Yep. Has to be a tire. They put right sides on it. Now the kid's back in motion.
Now he's up to 7th spot, and there's the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick, who's back in 13th position. So J.R. Fitzpatrick, the one who's struggling now, as we're just over halfway in the Kawartha Speedway 250.
Well, that's right, Dave. When we hit halfway, it's like poker. If you've got some hidden cards, it's time to play them, because you got to get out front. Pete Shepard to the front.
Second time leading the pack is the 7 car. Shepard, the National Exhaust Dodge, opens up a bit of a gap in the 0-2 of Kerry Micks, going to follow him through, take over second spot.
Susan Micks telling Kerry clear all the way around, and he's going to set sail for that lead spot as well, but Shepard quickly opens up a gap to the 0-2 of Kerry Micks.
Boy, Chisholm, who was so strong early on, slipped back 3 positions just like that, as the 4 of Thompson Jr. made his way through as well, as we got a battle for 8th position between Jeff Lapsovich and Scott Steckley. Look at Steckley getting a little impatient with the Tim Horton Chevy of Lapsovich just ahead.
There's a great shot coming out the back of that car, looking at J.R. Fitzpatrick down the backstretch. Watch this. Slams that car down in the bump stops, heading into the corner. What a great shot.
And at this point in the race, if you're sitting in the 84 seat, if you're J.R. Fitzpatrick, you got to think, I have to get to the front no matter what.
Oh, there's no time to waste, Dave. You got to get there, and you got to get there now. The 0-2 of Kerry Micks putting another lap on the 77 of Isabelle Tremblay.
And she's running in 21st spot, just getting a lot of seat time, getting that experience, runs in the Wheeling All-American Series at St. Eustache. And, you know, picking up her pace each and every lap, she does look more and more comfortable out there as we continue with Donald Chisholm going around the outside of the 77. But we have problems up in 4. The 13 of Trevor Monahan goes around. Caution flag flies once again as Monahan looks for an opening to reinsert himself in the lineup. Was sitting in 18th position when that caution flew. Possibly some contact causing that one, but Pete Shepard is your leader. Kerry Micks running second with 159 laps down. On board your leader, Pete Shepard from Brampton, Ontario, as he gets ready for the restart here on lap 165 of the scheduled 250. He'll restart to the inside. There he gets on it, and we're back under green.
Wow, all kinds of tire spin up off the corner, but he was still able to clear Micks down into turn 1.
Micks will duck in behind, right in front of the 4 car, Don Thompson Jr. So just as we went to caution, they were running single file just like that, and they pick it up just the same way in the 17 of DJ Kennington running in 4th. And here comes J.R. Fitzpatrick. A battle for 5th spot between the 60 and the 89. Ron Beauchamp Jr. to the inside of Donald Chisholm. And look at how much racing side by side backs up the field in behind those two as the top 4 are able to stretch a gap now with 83 laps to go, and J.R. Fitzpatrick is caught in behind.
Wow, contact on the right rear of the 60 car with the left front of the 89 of Chisholm, and that opened the door. Fitzpatrick's going to fly through on the bottom.
But Beauchamp's going to race him hard into turn number 3 up on the outside. The Mopar Dodge looking for a little bit of traction, but he won't find it as the Schick Hydro Chevy will take over 5th spot. Now, right behind the 17 Castrolette Dodge of DJ Kennington.
Well, if it was the end right now, it would be a little too late, as not enough spots separate the 2 title contenders.
But if you're J.R. Fitzpatrick, you're good friends with DJ Kennington. Is that friendship out the window if you get your bumper up to his back bumper?
Well, if they were racing for 1 spot for the championship, I'm sure there would be no friendship. But right now, we're talking about a lot of points in 1 spot, which is not going to make it.
Scott Steckley in the Canadian Tire, number 22, running in 7th position around the outside of the 3 Rockstar energy of Jason Hathaway. There's a good look at the back of Steckley's car.
Good racing all the way back through this field. Everybody hard on the gas here at Kawartha Speedway.
And Shepard's able to open up a gap on the rest of the pack. You see the top four stretching a big margin now on the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick.
So clear like that, no pressure.
Well, that's the spotter telling him he's clear by 10. He's got no pressure, so he can do what he wishes with the race car. Just keep it clean.
That's got to be a big relief to DJ Kennington. You know you're leading the points and you're trying to work your way back up to the front. The car is good. We figured that one out. Tires are all fairly new still as he works the back bumper of the 4-car of Don Thompson Jr. and continues his quest to the front of the field. And problems for the 19 of Brad Graham around and into that swamp in 1 and 2. A lot of rain fell in the area and you can see that water splash up, and slick tires are not good news.
No, Goodyears with no tread on them do not work good in the mud.
So caution flag flies once again here at Kawartha with Pete Shepard still your leader. Working lap 186 here at Kawartha Speedway is the number 7 National Exhaust Dodge of Pete Shepard leads the final event of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series season here on TSN.
Up through the gearbox, hard on the gas. Again, he spins the tires huge, but is still able to hold a spot over 0-2 Kerry Micks.
Now is Kerry Micks giving him that spot essentially off the hop? He doesn't want to get caught up on the outside. Is he backing off to make sure he gets in behind?
Oh, for sure, Dave. He's going to allow himself to not get caught on the outside. But take a look back here. We got the two title contenders side by side and treating each other with a tremendous amount of respect.
Yeah, J.R. Fitzpatrick on the inside is going to complete the pass in the Schick Hydro Chevy around the inside of the 17 of DJ Kennington, who will duck in behind.
Well, we got caught up talking about what the respect up front with the 0-2 and the 7, and we had to take a look at the championship contenders. But I'll tell you, Kerry Micks did not want to get caught out on the outside because he did know, in fact, that the 7 is faster, and he doesn't want to lose track of the leader as we move forward.
Saw a little bit of a wiggle out of the 60 car of Ron Beauchamp Jr. up on the outside. Could be something amiss now as he battles with the 95 of Anthony Simone going down into turn number 1. He sits in 9th position, but Beauchamp looking, now it looks fine as the 60 car tracks properly up on the outside. He'll back off a little bit early going into 3, and there's a touch between the 23 and the 60.
Once again, Beauchamp in transition in the apex of the corner, having a struggle with the race car when he gets back on the gas.
Now we ride on board with the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. and another tense moment there as he slid up the racetrack.
Well, he's got a track arm going bad or a tire going flat, but something definitely wrong with the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr.
Going around the 77 of Isabel Tremblay, another lap being put on that car. It's the 7 of Pete Shepard, opens up a pretty big gap on the rest of the field. It is the 0-2 of Kerry Micks running in second spot, and the 4 of Don Thompson Jr. running in third. And there is J.R. Fitzpatrick, 1 position ahead of the 17 of DJ Kennington. That's not enough to seal the deal in this championship.
Not at all. 1 spot is not going to make this championship. However, if something were to happen to DJ Kennington right now, Fitzpatrick is in a real good position.
Battle for 11th position. That's so far the 60 car. Ron Beauchamp Jr. has fallen now in a dice with the 55 Bullies Truck Stop Dodge of Dexter Stacy, who has learned a lot in this 2010 season. He's done very well. You saw a quick glance at the 19 of Brad Graham, who's running in 21st spot, so back on the racetrack just a couple of laps down.
Also, the 21 is now back out. He's in 22nd. They've got the right front fixed, but he has 20 laps down.
And definitely a big hole for the driver of the A&W Chevy as the leaders go by on the outside. Now you see the 21 giving plenty of room, but it is bunching up this field in behind the leader. You see the 17 of DJ Kennington now with the 22 of Scott Steckley on his back bumper as the leader starts to work heavier lap traffic.
Wow, you can really see how well that car of Shepard's is handling. He rolls it in on the outside. Watch as he gains car length and a half. Rolls right in on the outside. Little bit loose, but that's good. Loose is fast here at Kawartha.
Well, the best thing for Pete Shepard right now has to be the lack of pressure from behind. Pete Shepard can really take his time working around the outside as his father looks on. The young Pete Shepard continues to lead here at Kawartha.